In this video, I'll be going from a level 1 noob all the way up to a max level pro, but I have to roll and eat a fruit every 100 levels, no matter what it is. Now, before we get grinding, I got my main account here to give myself some 2x mastery and 12 hours of double XP. There we go. And since we can't roll our first fruit until level 100, we're gonna need to use combat for the first 100 levels. All right, let's start the first quest, 5 bandits. These first 100 levels with combat might take us a while, I can't lie. We're just gonna have to spam our mouse button this entire time. There we go. First quest completed. Let's do it again. I actually can't wait to get our first fruit because this is low-key not fun at all. But there we go. Level 10. Already onto jungle now. And let's grab a dinghy because we're going to need to save up our money if we're going to roll a fruit every 100 levels. But onto the monkeys now. Actually, before we do that, we should probably put some stats into melee so we can kill them a little bit faster. And there we go. Monkey quest completed. Now we're onto the gorillas, which will be right over here on this island. These guys hit a lot harder than the monkeys, I can't lie. But there we go. Level 20 already, and we didn't even finish the quest. Yeah, those 4 levels were definitely worth finishing the quest. Time for the Gorilla King. How did both of those moves just miss him? Bro's in the Matrix. Oh, no, don't pound me, please. No, I'm getting pounded by the Gorilla King. No. You're not pounding me this time, bro. Oh. Okay, he might have just pounded me. Don't worry, that was all part of the plan. This Gorilla King simply cannot comprehend my plans. Come on. Yes, there we go. Round 2. And just like that, we're already onto Pirate Village. Let's get started with the pirates. And already level 40, time for the brutes. Since we're level 50, we can technically go roll a fruit now, but we're not allowed to until level 100. Level 55, time for the chef. All right, there we go. That wasn't too bad with combat, I can't lie. Let's keep going with the brutes until chef respawns. And just like that, already onto the desert. Let's grab our dinghy again and head over. On this island, we have both the desert bandits and the desert officers. This island's low-key kind of boring, so I'll probably end up cutting most of this out. That's 1, and that's 2. Let's go. Already level 90. Let's head to Frozen Village. And here we are. Before we actually grab the quest, though, we're going to come around here into this little cave and purchase air jump, aura, and we're going to have to come back for flash step because we can't afford it yet. Time to get grinding on the snow bandits now. And boom, finally level 100, which means we can now head back to jungle and roll our very first fruit. It would be so tragic if we get like a rocket fruit or something and have to farm the next 100 levels with some fruit. All right, come on, Zeolus. I'm praying for something good. Please don't make me farm with a terrible fruit. And yo, okay. Yes, we'll take an ice fruit. That could have been so much worse. I can't lie, for our first roll, ice fruit is pretty good. And boom, ice fruit activated. The best part about ice fruit is we also get an M1 now, so hopefully the next 100 levels actually goes by pretty quickly. But back to Frozen Village to farm the snowmans this time. This ice fruit's definitely gonna speed our grinding up by so much. And now that we have a fruit, we should probably start putting stats into Blox fruits as well. Using this ice fruit to farm feels so fast after having to use combat for 100 levels. Yo, already got a second move. All right, there we go. Now onto the Yeti. Wait, why am I hitting the snowman? I'm just making this more difficult for myself. And I just got pounded by the Yeti. I already got pounded by the Gorilla King. I'm tired of these bosses just pounding me. Not gonna pound me this time, bro. Boom, there we go. Yeti defeated. Let's go back to the snowman now while we wait for him to respawn. Boom, there we go. But before we head to the next island, let's quickly buy flash step now that we have 100k. And boom, there we go. Flash step. That's definitely gonna come in handy. Let's hop in the dinghy and head to the Marine Fortress now. Here we got the Chief Petty Officers and then the Vice Admiral. We're low-key gonna get to level 200 in no time. Ice Fruit was such a good first roll, I can't even lie. If we get something worse than this for our second fruit, I might actually cry. But that's probably what's gonna end up happening. We got pretty lucky with this one. On to the Vice Admiral now. This guy should be pretty easy with Ice Fruit. Low-key, one of my favorite bosses to farm in the entire game. He gives so many levels and he's pretty easy to kill. Yeah, look how many levels we just got. We just got 6 levels. Yo, the V move on this Ice Fruit's low-key so good for bosses. But there we go. Level 150. We're onto the Skylands now. But before we go, we're gonna come up to this tower and purchase the Black Cape for $50,000. Boom, there we go. Got the Black Cape. Low-key pretty drippy, I can't even lie. Anyways, let's go head to Skylands now. Here we have the Sky Bandits and then the Dark Masters. And these 2 quests will bring us all the way up to level 200 where we have to roll another fruit. Surely we don't get anything worse than this ice fruit. I've low-key been enjoying grinding with this. And for now, we're just gonna keep splitting our stats between melee defense and Blox fruits. That's 1 and that's 2. Let's go to prison now. We only have 8 more levels to go until we have to roll another fruit and swap out this this ice fruit. And now that we're here, the first quest is obviously going to be the prisoners. All right, let's farm these guys for the next 8 levels, and then we're going to go have to roll our second fruit of the video. I low-key really don't want to get rid of this ice fruit, but we're going to have to. And there we go, level 200, which means we have to go roll a fruit now. All right, Zeolus, I really want a fruit upgrade right now, but honestly, I'll just take not downgrading a fruit. Buddha would be crazy right now. Okay, we'll take a flame. Low-key a downgrade on the ice fruit, but that 100% could have been worse. There we go. Flame fruit activated. Let's head back to the prison and finish this prisoner quest. And onto the dangerous pirates. We already got all the moves on our flame fruit unlocked. We literally like throw a sun on top of them. Level 220. Onto the warden, chief warden, and swan. I love the prison. It's so quick. Already onto the Colosseum. And here we are. First quest, Toga Warriors. Onto the gladiators now. Boom, level 300. Onto Magma Village. But before we go there, we're gonna have to roll another fruit. Come on, Zeolus. Give us something good. And... no, please not a spring fruit. No way, bro. I really didn't expect it to get worse than a flame fruit. I don't want to play anymore. There we go. Spring fruit activated. I'm not excited to grind the next 100 levels after that. All right, here we are, Magma Village. And the first quest we got to do with our spring fruit is the mill soldiers. And we only have one move for the time being. This is going to take us a while. Okay, finally got the second move unlocked. It's almost usable. If we unlock one more move, it might actually be kind of not the worst fruit in the entire game. And just like that, onto the mill spires. Okay, we got all of our moves on our spring fruit now. Low-key, this video, I'm going to be trying out so many fruits I've never tried before. Yo, level 350 and we didn't even finish the quest yet. Let's finish that and go fight the Vice Admiral now. We're low-key destroying this dude with this spring fruit. I can't even lie. Like, low-key, why was that so easy? Spring secretly kind of goaded for the Magma Admiral? Let's keep farming the mill spires while we wait for the Magma Admiral to respawn. And just like that, onto Underwater City now. First quest, Fisherman Warriors. And... there we go. Level 400. We're on to the Fisherman Commandos now, but more importantly, it's time to go roll another fruit. All right, let's head back to jungle. Surely it can't possibly get worse than a spring fruit, right? Come on. Please something good this time. And another flame fruit. I'll still definitely take it over a spring fruit. And back to Underwater City to fight the Fisherman Commandos this time. We're literally 10,000 XP off the next quest. Are we so for real? Surely if we just kill one NPC, we'll be onto the Fisherman Lord. There we go. Onto the Fisherman Lord now. Okay, this should be fine as long as we just keep our range. And there we go. Back to the Fisherman Commandos while we wait for Bro to respawn. We just got the Trident as well. Let's go. Too bad we low-key can't use it. New quest available. Time to go to Upper Skylands. And just like that, we can drop through this hole and fight the Shanders now. After this quest, we'll be level 500, which means we have to go roll another fruit. And there we go, level 500. And you guys already know that means it's time to go roll another fruit. Let's head back to jungle. Hopefully we get a good fruit, but honestly, I'll take anything that isn't a spring fruit. Let's roll a fruit. And come on, Magma. Yes, we got a Magma. Let's go. That's the best fruit so far this video, and it's low-key one of the best fruits for grinding in the entire game. The next 100 levels are going to go by so quickly. And Magma fruit activated. All right, let's head back to Upper Skylands now and keep on grinding. All right, now we're on to Whisper, but before we fight him, I might quickly do 1 or 2 Shander quests just to get the mastery up a little bit. I low-key love the F move on the Magma fruit. Okay, now that we're at 100 mastery, let's fight Whisper now. All right, easy. Yo, we're already on to the next quest giver. This Magma fruit is so good for grinding. Royal Squads. This shouldn't take too long with Magma. Already onto the Royal Soldiers. We are speeding through these 100 levels. Z, X, C, V, and then we finish them off with the F move. Onto the Thunder God. And we got to do this quest for the next 50 levels, but we actually have to swap our fruit halfway through this quest at level 600. So hopefully we don't downgrade from this Magma too much, because that might be painful. I so do not want to get rid of this fruit at level 600. This is just making grinding so much better. Level 600, which unfortunately means we got to go back to jungle and re-roll our fruit. The chances of us getting something better than Magma is pretty low, I can't lie. All right, Zeolus, honestly, just don't give us something terrible. Please. Not a smoke. Don't do this to me. Really, man? That's just not fair. We're going from a Magma fruit to a smoke fruit. Are you serious? There we go. Smoke fruit, unfortunately, has been activated. Back to Upper Skylands to keep grinding the Thunder God. All right, we did Magma versus Thunder God. Now let's do Smoke versus Thunder God. Just look at that, guys. 500 entire damage. Okay, surely one more Smoke Slam. And there we go. We just got 62 mastery off that one Thunder God kill and literally unlocked all of our moves. And I just realized we didn't even grab the quest, so we just got 0 levels for that. You know what? On the bright side, at least we got all the mastery. All right, let's try these out. Z, X, C. What is Smoke Bomber? Okay, this isn't horrible. This is my first time using smoke, and honestly, I thought it would be worse. And just like that, we're on to the last island of the first sea, Fountain City. But before we go, I'm going to quickly purchase Instinct because we're definitely going to need that in the second sea. And in order to purchase Instinct, we need to do the Saber puzzle first. The first step is just to go back to jungle and click these 5 buttons. Wait, yo, oh my god, I just found a Phoenix fruit on the floor. There's actually no way we just found that. Unfortunately for us though, we're not allowed to eat it. We got to stick with our smoke fruit. Now that we've clicked all the buttons, this little hole in the floor should open up and we can just drop down here and grab this torch. There we go. Now we just got to take this torch to the desert. Now that we're here, we just come over to this building, walk through the door and use the torch to burn down this door. Just like this. There we go. And now we can come in here and grab this cup. Boom. And now the next step is to take this cup over to Frozen Village. Because now that we're here, we just take this cup into the cave that we bought our flash step at earlier and fill up this cup with the dripping water right here. Boom, there we go. All right, now that the cup's filled up, we just come up here and give it to the sick man. And the sick man's going to tell us to go talk to his son, aka the rich man, at Pirate Village. And pretty much the mob just stole all this rich guy's money, so we gotta go get it back for him by killing this boss. And there we go, that was super easy. But now that the mob leader's dead, let's go talk to the rich man again. Because now he's going to give us this relic, which we need to take back to jungle and use to open this door. There we go, and time to fight the Saber expert now. And there we go, light work. And we get the Saber too. But more importantly, now that the Saber expert's dead, let's go back to Skylands and purchase Instinct. Would you like to purchase Instinct for $750,000? Absolutely, I would. Boom, there we go. Instinct unlocked. Let's head to Fountain City, the last island of the first sea. All right, here we are. On to the first and low-key, probably the only quest we're going to do at Fountain City, the Galley Pirates. I say that because we're probably just going to farm these guys for the next 75 levels because they're just optimal for farming. All right, 3 levels down, 72 to go. And with these 4 kills, we should make it all the way to level 700. There we go. Which means now we can go to the second sea. But before we can do that, we have to head back to the prison and talk to this military detective. Because he's going to give us this key to go defeat Don Swan at Frozen Village. All right, now that we're here, we just come back into the cave we're at earlier and use this key to open this door. There we go. And now we just kill the Ice Admiral. All right, and there we go. Ice Admiral defeated. Bro's just going to yap for a bit, but we just got to head back to the prison now. Now that bro's dead, let's go talk to the military detective. And he's going to send us to Middletown to talk to the experienced captain. I can take you to the second sea. Would you like to go? Yes, absolutely I would. And just like that, on to the second sea now. But before we grab our first quest, let's go roll our fruit for level 700. All right, surely the second sea blesses us with a better fruit. Come on, Eagle. Come on, Eagle. A spike? Really? Come on, man. I really expected the second sea to give us a bit better luck, but obviously not. These next 100 levels definitely going to be a bit painful. On to the Raiders now. Hopefully this spike isn't too bad, but I don't have a great feeling about this. All right, we got all the moves in our spike, but low-key it's still terrible. This might be a painful next 95 levels. And there we go. Finally onto the mercenaries now. This is actually the slowest we've been grinding this entire video so far. I don't even want to talk about how long these quests are taking me. And there we go. Mercenaries down. On to Diamond now. Halfway through this spike fruit. All right, finally. That took us way too long. Let's go back to farming the mercenaries until level 1775. All right, there we go. Mercenaries and Diamond down. That brings us to my favorite quest, probably in the entire game, the Swamp Pirates. See, even with the spike fruit, the Swamp Pirates are still pretty good to farm. And there we go. Finally, level 800, which means I can finally go change the spike fruit. All right, come on, Zeolus. Surely it can't get worse than a spike. Surely, right? Yeah, do I just leave the game right now? Like, what is this? Spin. It actually somehow got worse. You know what? I don't know why I was complaining about the spike. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I wish we could keep the spike. By the way, this is my first ever time using a spin fruit because I have been told nothing but terrible things about this fruit. I'm really not looking forward to this. We're also technically onto the factory stuff now, but I'm just gonna stay here and keep farming the swamp pirates because you know they're my favorite. Really? I didn't think this video was gonna get harder, but here we are. I'm pretty sure this is actually the worst fruit in the entire game. Yo, okay, the last move's actually kind of decent. Like, this fruit's still terrible, don't get me wrong, but at least now that we have all the moves unlocked, it might be a little more manageable. All right, 50 levels later, and we're finally on to Jeremy. Halfway through this spin fruit. There we go. And we got the black cape too. Why is it low-key kind of drippy? I definitely did not just die twice. That didn't happen. Back to the swamp pirates while we wait for bro to respawn. There we go. Swamp pirates down. Let's head to green zone now. On to the first quest of green zone, the marine lieutenants. This will be the last quest we have to do with this spin fruit because we get to re-roll our fruit in 25 levels. And low-key, I'm looking forward to it. I have not had fun grinding with this fruit. And there we go. Level 900. Let's go roll our next fruit. The luck I've had in this video so far has been abysmal, so I'm really not expecting much, to be honest with you. I pray we get something good. But I highly doubt. Wait. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Finally, we didn't get an absolutely buns fruit. Creation fruit activated. I've never actually used this fruit, so I'm low-key excited to go try this out. I'm the marine captains. Okay, that's so much better if I shoot them from above. And... okay, maybe don't do that with the Z move. I'm getting the hang of it. Holy, that's a lot of mastery. Yo, F's like Fortnite. Watch me crank some 90s. Yo, hold up. Hold up. No, I'm actually cranking 90s on Blox fruits. No way. All right, V move. Okay, that move would be insane for PvP, but I don't know about it for grinding though. All right, there we go. On to Orbitus. Wait, that Magic City move actually does stupid damage if I actually hit it. Like, look at that. He's almost dead. No! Look how low he is. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Batter up, batter up. Boom! There we go. All right, let's keep going to level 950. All right, there we go. Time to go to Graveyard Island. And the first quest here is, of course, the zombies. This is one of the quickest islands in the second seas, so we should be out of here pretty quickly. And on to the vampires now. Level 999. One more level to go. I don't know why, but I have a good feeling about this next roll. And... there we go, level 1000, which means we gotta go re-roll our fruit. And also while we're here, since the Valentine's update just came out, we can actually use the 50 hearts we just got from those quests to re-roll our race. So let's do that before we roll our fruit. And what we get. Yo, no way, we got Shark again. Let's go. That's low-key probably my favorite race. I also forgot to set my home point to Cafe, so it sent us back to the graveyard. But now that we have Shark Race V1, let's go get Race V2. And in order to get Shark Race V2, we need to complete the Colosseum quest and then the Alchemist quest. And the first step of the Colosseum quest is just to talk to Bartillo at Cafe, because he's going to tell us to go defeat 50 swamp pirates. All right, there we go. Let's go talk to Bartillo again, because now he's going to go tell us to defeat Jeremy, the spring user. Bro's just going to yap for a bit, but basically he's just going to tell us to go free the gladiators under the Colosseum now. All right, we just come down here and press these buttons in this order. And there we go. You are now respected in this island. The prisoners, we are free at last. Please, sir, take this helmet as a token of our appreciation. No worries, guys. But more importantly, now that we've freed the gladiators and completed the Colosseum quest, we can now go talk to the alchemist and start the alchemist quest. And the alchemist is going to tell us to bring him 3 different types of flowers: the red flower, the blue flower, and the yellow flower. So let's go grab those, starting with the red flower. There's the red flower. Let's get the blue flower now, which is technically the first flower, but it only spawns at night, so we're gonna have to wait till then. Okay, yeah, the blue flower's here on Remote Island. Let's grab that and go get the last flower, the yellow one. And the way we obtain this flower is a little bit different from the other two, because all we have to do to get it is to kill any NPC with a random drop chance. So of course you already know we gotta go back and farm my favorite enemies, the swamp pirates, for this one. Yo, there we go. We already got the yellow flower. Now all we need to do is take these flowers back to the alchemist. Without dying. All right, here you go, bro. Here's your stupid flowers. And of course, your 500k. But there we go. Boom. Race V2. We low-key zoom in now. But now that we have race V2, let's go get race V3. And in order to get race V3, we need to complete the arrow quest. But before we can start the arrow quest, we're going to need to go defeat Don Swan up at his mansion. In order to access the room with Don Swan, we're going to need to give Trevor a fruit worth over $1 million. Luckily for us, we found this Phoenix fruit at the very start of the video that we can actually use to unlock the room. To be honest, I don't know what I would have done without this fruit because we've had to eat every single fruit we've rolled this video. All right, there you go, bro. Swan access granted. This shouldn't be too hard with creation fruit. Now that Don Swan's been defeated, we can come over to the secret room under diamonds and start the arrow quest now. And for Shark Race, the quest is going to be to defeat a naturally spawning sea beast. Okay, so I actually just looked this up and apparently the sea beast is near impossible to kill with the creation fruit. I know it technically is possible, but from what I've seen online, everyone says it is probably one of the worst fruits to try to kill a sea beast with. So since we're level 1000 and need to reroll our fruit anyway, I think now would be a perfect time to do that and kill the sea beast to unlock race V3. Surely we get like a magma or something. Like a magma, kitsune, mammoth. One of those for hunting a sea beast would actually be insane. Come on, flame. Come on, flame. Not spin. Come on, flame. Yes. Okay. Flame's not a crazy fruit to get. I was just afraid we weren't going to get that spin fruit. And even though it's not magma, flame is definitely going to be a lot better than creation for hunting a sea beast. And there we go. Sea beast has been defeated. Time to head back to Arrow and unlock race V3. I'm excited. All right, Arrow, give me race V3 for $2 million. And boom, race has evolved. We now have Shark Race V3. W. All right, now that we got Race V3, let's keep grinding and head to the next island, Snow Mountain. And here there's actually only 2 quests, the Snow Troopers and the Winter Warriors. And we got to do both of these quests for 50 levels each. All right, that's the Snow Troopers and the Winter Warriors, which means we're on to hot and cold now. But before we go there, you already know we got to reroll our fruit again. All right, let's see what we get. Magma? Yeah, never mind. Okay. Smoke fruit, whatever. Look, it's not a great roll, but we've definitely had worse this video, so I'll take it. We're gonna do the Lab Subordinates and the Horn Warriors. Okay, I don't know if it's because we've just had so many terrible fruits this video, but why is smoke kind of good for grinding? It low-key might have something to do with the fact that I actually learned how to use the F move now. All right, Lab Subordinates down, onto the Horn Warriors now. All right, and that's the cold side done. Let's head over to the hot side and fight the Smoke Admiral. But before we fight him really quick, I'm going to grab the Water Kung Fu fighting style. And there we go. Water Kung Fu for 750k. Now that we got that, let's go kill the Smoke Admiral. We got the Smoke Admiral versus the Smoke Fruit. Let's see who the better smoke user is. But there you go. Smoke Fruit 1, Smoke Admiral 0. Let's keep going. And back to the Horn Warriors while we wait for Bro to respawn. Also, I'm going to try to get my Water Kung Fu mastery up a little bit while I do this. And new quest available, which is the Magma Ninjas, and after that, the Lava Pirates. All right, and there we go, level 1200. Before we head on to the Lava Pirates, we got to go re-roll our fruit. A Buddha for the next 100 levels would be pretty epic, Zeolus. Come on. Yeah, I don't even know why I asked. Are we serious right now, chat? Can you guys please leave a like and subscribe for all of these terrible fruits that I'm getting and having to use this video? This video might as well be called Noob to Pro, but every 100 levels, I roll the worst fruit I could ever possibly imagine. Bring fruit activated for the second time this video. Back to hot and cold to farm the Lava Pirates this time. These next 100 levels are not going to be fun. 50 very painful levels later, we're finally onto the curse ship. And the 2 quests we got to do before we get rid of this absolutely bun spring fruit are going to be the ship deckhands and the ship engineers. So let's do this. And there we go. All 3 moves on our Water Kung Fu unlocked. Deckhands down. Time for the engineers. Last quest with this buns spring fruit. And there we go. Level 1300, which means before we head on to the next quest giver, we got to reroll our fruit again. What are you going to give us, Yolus? Oh my, and my alarm went off. I don't even know what that noise was. We just go smoke fruit to spring fruit to rocket fruit. I guess regardless, we gotta eat this. Let's head back to the cursed ship. All right, and our first quest with the rocket fruit is gonna be the ship's stewards. Yeah, this is not doing much damage, I can't lie. Yeah, okay, we literally almost have all the moves already, and the fruit is still terrible. And okay, the last move's a flight move, so it doesn't even do damage. That is so epic. This is officially way worse than spring fruit, way worse than blade fruit. This is the worst fruit we've had in this video so far. Ship stewards down, onto the officers. All right, finally done with the cursed ship, and onto Ice Castle now. And the last two quests we got to do with this rocket fruit are gonna be the Arctic Warriors and the Snow Lurkers. Wait, we just found a hidden key, which I'm pretty sure we can actually use this hidden key to come to this secret room here and unlock this chest to unlock a secret sword and a title, the Samurai. Too bad we're not going to get to use this sword this video because of the challenge, but it's still so cool to get. And there we go. Level 1400, which means we're onto the Ice Admiral, but more importantly, we get to reroll our fruit. Come on, light fruit. Come on, light fruit. You know what? I'll take an eagle. Comparatively to what we've had so far this video, an eagle fruit is a low-key kind of a goated pull. Oh my god, an eagle has an M1. I didn't even know that. How did I not know eagle has an M1? I know you guys are probably in the comments going, yo, why is he freaking out about an eagle fruit? When you consider how many terrible fruits I've just used, this fruit feels insane. This is my first time using eagle, and I low-key love this fruit. Now we got the flight move too. This has got to be one of the best flight moves in the entire game. All right, there we go. On to the very last island of the second sea, the Forgotten Island. And the first quest on the Forgotten Island is the Sea Soldiers. All right, on to the Water Fighters now. These guys are a little better to farm just because they're closer to the quest scope up. Level 1475, which brings us to the very last quest of the second sea, the Tie Keeper quest, which is unfortunately gonna be our last quest before we have to get rid of this eagle fruit. Bro, Sea Beast, I'm not trying to fight you right now, bro. This is not a good time, bro. Do you know how long I waited for a sea beast to spawn before? Every single time I try to verse bro, this stupid ass sea beast comes out of absolutely nowhere and ruins everything. Bro's stuck inside the rock now because of him. Okay, he's out. Oh my, he's 1 HP, bro. All right, there we go. That took so long. But one positive is we did end up getting the water key, which we can give to the Sharkman teacher here, and we can actually upgrade our water kung fu fighting style to the Sharkman karate fighting style once we reach 400 mastery on our water kung fu. But for whatever reason, the Blox Fruit devs decided to make Sharkman karate actually worse than water kung fu for grinding. I don't think we're going to be upgrading our fighting style to Sharkman karate. All right, and there we go. Level 1500, which means we can finally go to the third sea. And the first thing that we need to do to get to the third sea is gonna be heading back to Colosseum and talk to King Redhead. Yo, I'm sad. Why, admin? Can he go disrespect Rip Indra for me? I need him to pop his ruins so we can finish update 15. Rip Indra, low-key don't even stand a chance. And there we go, easy. And as you can see here, it just says, go talk to Mr. Captain at the dock. All right, Mr. Captain, I can take you to the third sea. Would you like to go? Absolutely, I would. And there we go, the third sea. But before we do any grinding here, we got to reroll our fruit. I'm sad to be getting rid of the seagull fruit, but we got to do what we got to do. Come on. Come on. Please not a rocket. Anything but a rocket fruit. No, 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 no. Not again. The very first roll of the third sea and it's a rocket fruit. Really? It's one of the times I really wish I had face cam because I wish you guys could see the disappointment in my eyes right now. It's been the most painful video to make ever. But low-key, that's enough of me complaining. Let's head back to Port Town and start on the Pirate Millionaires and then the Pistol Billionaires. Boom. There we go. Let's fight Stone now. All right. Easy. Just like that, we're to Hydra Island. And the last quest before we get to reroll our terrible rocket fruit is gonna be the Kung Fu Panda Dragon Warriors. Level 1600. Let's go swap out this rocket fruit. And bomb fruit. I know it's a pretty bad fruit, but I've never used it before, so I don't necessarily know how bad this is. Let's head back to Hydro Town and test this bomb fruit out. And I just realized we no longer have a flight move too. Lucky we got Shark Race V3 though. And the next quest giver is going to give us the Hydro Enforcers and the Venomous Assailants. If I had to rank all the fruits I've used this video, I'm low-key putting bomb as my least favorite so far. This is a terrible fruit, man. I don't know what else to say. This is just terrible. It was bad. It's really bad. All right, there we go. Onto the Hydro Leader now. I'm so glad this is the last quest we have to do with this bomb fruit. I wasn't kidding when I said this is my least favorite fruit that I've used this entire video. Thank God this is the last quest we have to do with this fruit. Bro's also taking forever to die with this bomb fruit. All right, back to the Venomous Assailants while bro respawns. I have the least amount of stats in defense. So the fact that this fruit drains so much of my HP is low-key not very optimal. Finally, level 1700. We can finally get rid of this bomb fruit. That was the worst 100 levels so far. And we're also on to the next island. I was low-key so excited about not having to use this bomb fruit again. I forgot to mention that. Low-key, anything I get is going to be better than this bomb fruit. So let's see what our next 100 levels are going to be grinded with. Yo, no way we just rolled a life fruit. Let's go. Finally, a good fruit for grinding. We finally got an M1. All right, now that we got our next fruit, let's head to Hydro Island and keep on grinding with an actual good fruit this time. We got the Marine Commodores and then the Rear Admirals, which low-key we should breeze through with this life fruit. It's so nice to have a good M1. Life fruit is just so good. I don't need to tell you guys how good life fruit is. You guys already know. Literally done one quest and we have all the moves unlocked already. Already on to the Marine Rear Admirals. We're low-key zooming now. These guys are one of the most annoying enemies in the entire game though. Yeah, that move, it gets annoying after a while. And finally, for the last quest of the Great Tree, the Kilo Admiral. And we should clear this with life fruit pretty easy. There we go. Back to farming the Marine Rear Admirals until level 1775. I've low-key gone back to the Marine Commodores because the Marine Rear Admirals are low-key way too annoying to grind. And these guys are so much more efficient. And just like that, onto Floating Turtle. And sadly, our last quest with this light fruit is gonna be the Fishman Raiders. And there we go, level 1800. We gotta go swap out this life fruit. No rocket, no bomb, no spin fruit, and I'll be happy. Come on. Yo, love fruit! Surely give us love fruit. Yes, let's go. Another decent fruit. We will definitely take a love fruit. I'm low-key excited because this is also another fruit that I've never actually used before. So this will be quite interesting. We got the Heart Shot and Cupid Zone. Flamingo Ride. I think this might be the coolest flight move in the entire game. We just unlocked our C move, Irresistible Attraction. I don't know if I want the Fishman Captains attracted to me, bro. Quest down. Let's hop on our Flamingo and come over here to fight the Forest Pirates. Besto friendo. All right, let's try this out. Yo, it spawns a friend. He's actually destroying these NPCs for me. I did not know this fruit was this insane for grinding. That move alone is going to make the next 75 levels a low-key a cakewalk. Forest Pirates down, already onto the Mythological Pirates. We got to spread the love to both the Forest Pirates and the Mythological Pirates. You know, we can't leave anyone out. Fake Toasty Blox, low-key carrying the real Toasty Blox right now. Already onto Captain Elephant. All right, Toasty Blox, you and me against Captain Elephant. Finish him off. Yeah, go little Toasty. Okay, maybe I'll help a little bit. And there we go. Let's keep farming the Mythological Pirates. And already level 1900. As happy as I am that was a quick 100 levels, I am quite very sad that I have to get rid of this love fruit. Come on. Not just not something terrible. Yo, no way Yo, that's the second time we've rolled creation this video. What? That's such a rare chance to pull 2 creations in one video. Low-key, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's head to the next quest giver. And at this quest giver, we gotta fight the Jungle Pirates, the Musketeer Pirates, and then the Beautiful Pirate. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. Just like that, onto Haunted Castle now. We're literally gonna beat Haunted Castle for 1 quest, and then we're gonna have to come back to reroll. And the quest we gotta do before we reroll is, of course, the Reborn Skeletons. And time to go roll a fruit again. Come on. Come on. All right, send fruit. I don't think we've gotten this fruit yet. At least we're not re-rolling some of the terrible fruits we got earlier. Sand fruit activated. Let's head back to Haunted Castle. All right, first quest with the sand fruit, living zombies. Well, I died, but on a positive note, I did unlock the last move on our sand fruit. Okay, low-key, I was expecting a bit more, but It is only a sand fruit. The desert funeral move is... It's just kind of buns, I can't lie. All the other moves are pretty decent, pretty good. But that move isn't. At the next quest giver, we got the demonic souls and then the possessed mummies. And just like that, we're on to the seer traits. And of course, the first quest of the seer traits, the peanut scouts. I feel like the higher level I am, I'm gonna start to notice the fruit diff a lot more. All right, level 2100, time to go roll again. All right, Zeolus, anything better than a sand fruit? Come on. And yo, come on, spider. Okay, you know what? Kind of unfortunate we didn't get the spider, but smoke ain't too bad for grinding. I'll take that. Let's hit the smoke and start grinding the peanut presidents, the PPs. And this is exactly why we like smoke for grinding. And just like that, onto the cake island. And for the cake part of the seer treats, we have the ice cream chefs and the ice cream commanders. Ice cream chefs done. Now onto their bosses, the ice cream commanders. All right, and the last quest before our next roll is the cake queen. The cake queen kind of messes up my smoke bomber move though, because I'm kind of stuck inside this dome. All right, there we go. Let's go back to farming the commandos. Level 2200, which I'm sure you guys know by now means we got to go roll another fruit. Let's see what our next fruit's going to be. Surely it's not buns. Come on, light. Sound? Surely sound. Okay, you know what? I really wanted that sound fruit, but I definitely can't be that disappointed with an eagle fruit. Not the worst fruit we've had in this video, so we'll take it. All right, and back to the seer traits. On this island, we just got the cookie crafters and then the cake gods. These two quests are low-key gonna go by super quickly, especially with an eagle fruit, because we can literally just group all of these guys together and eliminate them all at once like that. Probably one of the best fruits for grinding we've had this entire video, I can't lie. We're low-key zooming now. Already on to the baking staff and then the head bakers. And time to go roll another fruit. Surely whatever this is isn't too much of a downgrade from an eagle fruit. An upgrade would be sick, but honestly, I'm not hoping for much. Come on, give us something good. Uh-oh. Oh dear. That is not good. That is not what we needed. Are we seriously gonna have to do the next 100 levels in the third sea with another spring fruit? Let's just eat it and head back to the next island of the seer traits. And this quest giver has the cocoa warriors and then the chocolate bar battlers. All right, this might be a little painful with the spring fruit. I'm not even gonna... Okay, and we're already dead. You know what? This could be worse. This fruit's not that bad. We'll be all right. All right, there we go. And at this quest giver, we got the sweet thieves and then the candy rebels. All right, fat boys down and the candy rebels. Level 2400, which means time to go roll the next fruit. We also unlocked the glorious title, which is pretty cool. I can't lie. Come on, just something better than a spring fruit, to be honest. And okay, you know what? I'll take a flame. Not bad. Let's eat that and head to the North Pole now. At the North Pole, we got the Candy Pirates and then the Snow Ditties. Hopefully, they don't ditty me too much. We are finally done with the seer treats and now on to Tiki Outpost, the second last island in the entire game. We're going to be on this island until level 2600, so for the next 150 levels. But regardless, the first quest giver that'll take us all the way up to our next roll at level 2500 has got the Outlaws and then the Island Boys. I think the longest part of these quests are just waiting for these guys to respawn, to be honest. You are my island boy. You are my island girl. The Island Boys are high-key sauce. I can't even lie to you guys. All right, Island Boys down. And before we go to the next quest giver, you guys already know we got to go reroll life route. Let's see what we get for the rest of the Tiki Outpost. Come on. Not spring. Really? Spring again, man? We literally just got that fruit. Spring fruit, unfortunately, has been activated. Let's go finish Tiki Outpost. Onto the Sun-Kissed Warriors and then the IL Champions. The one positive is I've actually gotten quite good at using the spring fruit this video. Time for the IL Champions. And I think now that we have both of these quests unlocked, the most efficient way to farm is actually going to be swapping between both of these quests instead of waiting 20 years for the respawn time. On to the very last quest giver of Tiki Outpost, starting with the Serpent Hunters. And There we go. Level 2600. Meaning we can go to the very last island in the entire game, the submerged island. And to get to the very last island in the entire game, it's a little bit different because we can't actually get there on a boat. The way we get there is by talking to this submarine worker. But the submarine worker won't actually take us until we defeat the Tyrant of the Skies boss. And the way you spawn that boss is by lighting up all 4 of these bird's eyes right here. And the way you do that is just by killing the NPCs around the map. But luckily for us, we just finished grinding, so they're already lit up for us. Now, the only thing left to do in order to spawn the Tyrant of the Skies boss is just to destroy all these vase around here. But before I do that, I low-key want to go re-roll my fruit in hopes that I can hopefully get a better fruit to fight this Tyrant of the Skies boss with. Because honestly, I don't necessarily know how useful spring fruit's going to be for this, but there's also a chance that I could get a much worse fruit. So let's go roll our next fruit and then come back to defeat the Tyrant of the Skies boss. What are we going to fight the Tyrant of the Skies with? Not a rocket fruit. Give me diamond. Give me diamond. Yes. Okay, I told you that was a good. It was a good idea to roll. Let's eat that and go fight the Tyrant of the Skies boss with our diamond fruit. And there we go. The Tyrant of the Skies boss has finally been defeated. We definitely did not just get Jack to help us out with that. But now that the Tyrant of the Skies boss has been defeated, the only thing we need to do to get to the very last island of the entire game is talk to the submarine worker. Enter the submarine, and there we go. The submerged island. The very last island of the entire game. And the first quest giver of the submerged island has the reef bandits and then the coral pirates. On to the next quest giver. He's got the sea shanters and then the ocean prophets for us. I swear the longest part of these quests are just waiting for the respawn times. Like, I could finish this so much quicker if they just respawned. One down, onto the ocean prophets. Time for our very last roll of the entire video. I don't want to get rid of this diamond fruit, but we're gonna have to. And we're going to finish off the video with another flame fruit. I was low-key hoping for some crazy fruit to end the video, but it is what it is. RNG is just part of the video. Let's head back to the submerged island and use this flame fruit to finally get all the way up to max level. And the quest that we're going to do for the next 100 levels to bring us all the way up to level 2800 is going to be the Grand Devotees. All right, 2 levels down, 98 to go. In 3, 2, 1. There we go. Max level 2800 in Blox fruits while rolling and eating a fruit every 100 levels. It's another flame fruit, really. That's crazy. Double flame fruit.